Hey guys, Chris Fix here, and today I'm going to show you how to buy a used car. If you haven't seen the first video on how to buy a used car, go watch that now, because in that video I show you how to inspect a car without the owner around. Like if you just saw it on the side of the road with a for sale sign in the window. You could find the link to that video in the description. In this video right now, I'm going to show you what questions you want to ask the owner when you give him a call on the phone. I'm going to show you how to look up the value of the car so you know what price you want to negotiate down to and if you're getting a good deal or not. I'm going to show you how to check the VIN number for free, and I'm also going to go over a couple other tips that should be helpful when buying a used car. So let's begin by calling the owner.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? I'm calling about the Jaguar. I have a couple of questions.
Alright, great.
I know we just started, but I want to stop the call real quick because I actually made a mistake here. When the car's on the side of the road like this, the first thing you want to say is, "Hello, I'm calling about the car for sale." You don't want to name a specific car. Just ask about the car for sale. That way, if the person sells used cars on the side, or they're a dealer, they're going to respond, "Which one?" since they sell multiple cars. If it's a private owner, they won't ask which one because they're selling just that car. And then knowing if it's a private owner versus a dealer is important because it helps you understand why the car is being sold, and it tells you if the guy selling the car does this professionally or not. Okay, so let's go back to the call.
Alright, great.
Could you tell me a little bit about the car, like how many miles, does everything work in it, does it need anything?
It's a 2004 Jaguar X-Type, all-wheel drive. It's great for the snow. There's a sunroof, navigation system, basically all the luxury options that come with a Jaguar. Everything seems to work well. The car doesn't really need any work. It might need some front brakes soon. My wife just uses it to take the kids to school and to soccer practice, but other than that, it runs great.
Okay. Could you tell me why you're selling it?
I need a bigger car. Taking the soccer practice just doesn't really work in this car, so I'm thinking about getting an SUV.
Gotcha. Okay. Are there any check engine lights?
No, not at all. There was one a while back, an oxygen sensor. I had it replaced, and the light's been off ever since.
And I noticed the front bumper has a crack on it. Do you know what that's from?
Yeah, last year I was parked on the street during a snowstorm. Plow hit it in the front. I tried to use some epoxy to glue it back together just so it was drivable. It doesn't look great, but it works. It's still together a year after. I'm sure you can replace it with a part from the junkyard. It shouldn't cost too much.
And how much are you asking?
$3,000.
Awesome. Okay, great. Well, the car sounds nice. I'm looking at it right now, actually, in the parking lot, and I'm looking for a Jaguar. Could we go for a test drive sometime? Are you free this week?
Not this week, but I can do it. How's next Friday?
Yeah, next Friday works. Does around 3 work for you?
A little later.
Okay, as long as we could get the test drive in before the sun goes down, because I want to see the car with the sun still up. So like 4 o'clock or something like that?
Yeah, 4 will work fine.
Okay, great. Friday at 4, I'll shoot you a text in the morning. Thanks a lot, man. What's your name, by the way?
Frank.
Okay, Frank. Thanks a lot. I'm Chris, and I'll see you next week.
Great.
Alright, a week later, we're meeting up with the owner a little bit earlier than we talked on the phone just because I need to film. But I have a couple of things that I want to go over and I want to show you before we meet with him. So the first thing I want to go over is my updated checklist. This is going to help you guys tremendously. You could download this and print it out for free with the link in the description. I'm really proud of this checklist and I think it's a great tool. It's what I use every time I look at a car. The first thing we have here are questions you could ask the owner. These are just some of the basic questions that I definitely want to ask the owner when I meet him. But make sure you also ask him any questions you have and that you could think of. Next on my checklist, I have things that you want to bring. The first thing you want to bring is an OBD2 scanner, something to plug into the computer so you can read the car's computer. You also want to make sure that you bring one of these fridge type magnets. They're weak, but they're perfect for testing to see if there's any Bondo or body filler used over the bodywork. Good idea to bring a flashlight because if you can't see some certain spots in the engine compartment, a flashlight will help you light that up. Bring a paper towel, depending on what vehicle you're looking at. You might be able to check the transmission fluid, the oil, the brake fluid, and the power steering fluid. And then finally, bring a pen so that you can check off different things on your checklist to make it easier to make sure you didn't miss anything. The next thing on the list, after you go see the car initially, you get home, you want to make sure you check the value of the car. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. You want to check the VIN, so make sure you record the VIN number. I'll also show you how to do that. And there's free VIN checks. I have the links right on the paper. And then you want to write down any major problems from your research that the car might have. In this case, I did a bunch of research on Jaguar X-Types to see what common problems they have, and I listed them all in this section. So let me show you how to find the value of the car. So there are 2 different sources I like to go off of to find the value of the car. NADA and KBB. They're just two different companies I use. The first thing we'll look at is the NADA value. You plug in all the information about the car, the year, the mileage, the options it has. In this case, we have a rough to average condition car. And when you're negotiating, you want to try to get as close to the trade-in value as you can. The trade-in value is how much a dealership is going to give you for the car if you decide to trade it in. So in this case, if the dealership's going to get around $2,000, that's what you want to try to get it for. The trade-in value is the value that I go off of to find a good deal. If you could get it anywhere near that value, you got yourself a good deal. Now, if we look at the Kelley Blue Book pricing, the trade-in is significantly lower than what the guy's asking. The guy's asking $3,000, and the trade-in value is around $1,000. Even if you know what the value of the car should be, don't expect somebody to drop that much just because you tell them that's what it's worth. So from all this information, we have a good idea. We want to be between $1,000 and $2,000. I'll leave links to the sites in the description so that you could easily find them and check the value of the used car you're looking at as well. The next thing I have are two different sites that are free to check the VIN. You could use a paid service, but realize even the paid services aren't going to tell you the whole story all the time. It only tells you reported problems. And a lot of times people won't report accidents to their insurance company, so there's not going to be a record of that accident. So even if you pay for a report, you won't know for sure if there's been an accident or not. Real quick, if you don't know where to find the VIN number, there's a VIN number located at the driver's side where the windshield meets the hood, right here. I always write that down or take a picture with my phone so you can look it up later. You can actually search a VIN number in a Google search, and sometimes you'll be surprised at the info you might find. But I have two good sources that you could use that are free that'll check the VIN. I put these links right on our sheet so you could easily find them. And the first one is going to be the National Insurance Crime Bureau. You put in your VIN number and it tells you if there's a theft record, and it tells you if there's a total loss or a salvage record. In this case, this Jaguar came clean. The next link is just going to tell you if there's any recalls for the vehicle, because you want to make sure that recall work has been done. Again, you put in your VIN and it gives you any information about that. And one really important thing that I found out by putting in the VIN number is the actual year of the car. The owner says it's a 2004, but in reality, this is a 2003 Jaguar. So that changes the value of the car and how I'm going to negotiate that value. So even though there's no problems or anything with the car, I got valuable information about the correct year. So we haven't even gone for the test drive yet, and we got so much valuable information. And the other thing I want to say, before we go meet the owner is really nice. He's letting me film. He asked me not to include him as much as possible. I'll blur out his face. He's not going to be too involved except for the actual test drive part. And obviously meeting him and negotiating. But I told him, don't worry, I'm going to try to go as quick as possible. And the whole idea is to teach you guys what I do when I go look at a used car. So enough of this chit chat, let's go drive over there and check out the car. So I'm just waiting for the owner, he'll be here in a few minutes. And one thing I want to mention is meet in a safe location. We're in a parking lot, you can see it's super busy, there are tons of people, it's a public place, very important. Also, make sure you don't have your money on your person. You want to have it in your car. So put the money in the glove box so that, if somebody tries to jump you or something, they don't have any money to get. And then finally, don't get emotional. That's super important. And there's the car. Okay, good, so he's here. Don't get emotional. Don't think about buying the car today because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be walking away. And the other thing is, don't be afraid to walk away. You don't wanna get caught up thinking, I really need this car or I really want this car, because then it's a lot easier to make bad decisions and overpay. And that's definitely not what you want. So with everything that we just went over, let's go and say hello to the owner and check out this car. How you doing? Chris.
Frank.
Nice to meet you, Frank. All right, here she is. So as you know, I'm filming. I want to film this so that people could know how to buy a used car. Yep. This might take a little while, but I'm a serious buyer, so.
Take all the time you need.
If I could get the keys and check stuff out, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
Are there any other keys besides this one?
No, unfortunately, that's the only one.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let's go check out this car. So in the next video, which you could easily get to by clicking on the screen or finding the link in the description, in that video, we're gonna go over everything you should look at when inspecting a used car, from inspecting the interior, checking under the hood, showing you how to test drive the car, and then negotiating on a price, and then maybe coming home with the car. As always, hopefully the video is helpful, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. And if you have any tips or tricks that I didn't cover and you want to share them, feel free to comment below, because that's not only going to help other viewers, but it's also going to help me because I learn a bunch of new tips and tricks from you guys all the time.